The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18 plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Today was a special day. We had the Prime Minister of Canada and Mr. Carney and myself and Ed Cox attended. And Ed Cox, tell us about it. We were there, both of us at the head table there, and
John, we had front row seats to a major address. Prime Minister of Canada addressing the United States-Canadian relationship. He called for a new partnership, which would be a true partnership where we deepen it in certain areas, but that Canada would also diversify its partners around the world with whom it traded.
And I talked to a lot of people, and he said, well, what was the message out of there? And it was a great message out of there. The message was the fact that a strong Canada makes America a stronger
that's exactly. It can make America great. It can be part of making America great.
Even greater.
Yes.
Even greater.
No, it's a great message. Because look, there are neighbors. He's an impressive guy, Mark Carney.
He was the
head of Bank of Canada.
And then the only Brit who was not the governor of who was the governor of the Bank of England.
That's an interesting,
right? 300-year history.
So historic.
Yeah. Yeah,
and 24th Prime Minister.
And he spoke
Sharp.
like a banker.
Yes.
He been an investment banker at Goldman Sachs for 13 years, and so he took a very highbrow approach.
Yeah, very interesting. And it's an important time, of course, with U.S.-Canada relations, so that's a big... Did he bring up tariffs, too? Because that's a big issue.
He did talk tariffs that were the highest since the Great Depression. So he was really critical of high tariffs.
Yeah, and we knew that he'd go there on that particular one. What about also Iran? Did he bring up any of foreign policy stuff? I'm curious.
No foreign policy stuff.
Didn't do that.
It was all about
economics.
Canada doing business all over the world and using its assets, using its minerals, using its energy and
the minerals, critical minerals
it
has,
thought about that
partnerships
too, right.
like that, exactly.
And he especially talked about this partnership with the United States and how it's a real love partnership because we've been doing this forever and we depend on each other.
He spoke of American ideals. He praised American ideals and the historic relationship between Canada and the United States. And he spoke about how they were stepping up their defense is now at 4% of their
They're going to 5%.
Of their GDP, of their budget, and it's going to be 5%.
Oh, that's good news. That's great.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, you guys. That's very powerful.
And in the studio with us too today is we have Governor David Paterson. Governor, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. I'm not Canadian, but I'm glad to be here.
And also former Supreme Court Judge Richard Weinberg.
Who's not Canadian either.
Some of my best friends are Canadian.
Okay, good.
So he's in.
Yeah, we all have good friends that are Canadian.
We do. I love Canada. And you guys, speaking of sort of international news, there's some other news coming from the White House.
Breaking news, WABC.
And just a little bit ago, they were announcing that the U.S. and Iran, there are reports that they are reaching some sort of a ceasefire extension deal. The big question is President Trump hasn't signed it yet. They've talked about what the criteria would be to even have this extension. They're looking at it like a phase one of a obviously multiple phase process. And this may be, they say they've come to terms, at least there are multiple reports on a whole bunch of networks saying they've at least reached some tentative terms that maybe opens the door to real discussions about nuke, obviously the material that's there in the ground, and future nuclear development. But today, Scott Besson, who ran the White House press briefing, said the 100% thing before we can even do anything is the Strait of Hormuz must be open. He was sort of the, quote, Caroline Leavitt today. Remember, we had Marco Rubio one time, and then we had J.D. Vance one time, the vice president. Well, today was Scott Bessent's turn. And he said that obviously opening the strait is key. The other thing that was really big that he also brought up was that maybe they will start going after Iranian flights. This is interesting. The two airlines making sure that they can't do stopovers, they can't do refueling, they can't. I mean, they're really trying to economically squeeze Iran.
Then the other big thing going on is sanctuary cities, and the fact is that I'm having
Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan is on, chairman of the Judiciary Committee, about sanctuary cities, and he's going to be an interesting guy. He'll be on in a few minutes. Also, who was the person that said that they're not going to allow international? If there's going to be sanctuary cities in New York and New Jersey, they don't trust sending international flights in there, because then people could fly in, and we might have some bad people.
Secretary DHS.
Mark Wayne Mullen. Mark Wayne Mullen came out.
If some bad people came in to JFK and
they get off the plane,
get off the airplane, and we let them go.
Then what?
They end up in a sanctuary city.
Then you have to chase. Then you have to chase them down in the streets.
Exactly.
So does that mean that JFK Airport could be shut down to international flights?
It could be JFK, Newark, Chicago, LA. Think about all the cities. Gov.
Well, I think one of the alternatives would be that the security for the arriving flights is beefed up, and the passengers are probably going to be angry because they had to wait 3 or 4 hours. But if they're cleared, at least they'll get in, and those who shouldn't be getting in hopefully will be apprehended.
Well, and the issue is he's also saying not only will he maybe consider blocking it for who's coming in and out, but he's saying maybe also we have to put the resources, because the detention centers are having all these massive protests. Did you see what was going on in the New Jersey one last night? This is scary.
It's all political theater. It's all political theater, Rita.
It is so frightening, though, because I agree with you. It is political theater, but these groups are getting riled up. They had Antifa
paid activists in those groups.
100%. And we're going to definitely talk about that with Peter Schweitzer and John Solomon today. We also have Greg Jarrett. I can't wait to ask Greg about this action you talked about, Judge, with Mark Wayne Mullen. Is it legal?
Exactly right.
And then what about Jill Biden, you guys? Oh, my goodness. Jill Biden, who said, on the night of that famous debate with President Trump, she said, I was so worried my husband wasn't acting normal. I thought he had a stroke, but I've never seen him out of it like that before or after.
She may be changing his story. Now she's talking about she was afraid that he might have been drugged. That's another story.
But never out of it before. Go ahead, Gov.
If Muhammad Ali were here, he would call him Strokin' Joe.
Good line. I loved Muhammad Ali. Wasn't he the best?
He was the best.
He was the Thriller in Manila.
Yeah, but I love Governor Patterson. I just want to.
I agree.